Gist with Jolly. Bringing you hot and direct gist. From the Nollywood, subscribe and turn notification bell.
It's not my regular things all the time. In fact, I've not even done any review of Joshua's movie that is outside Sonia Uche, but this very one, A Love to Remember, is one outstanding movie of this month. If I will tell you the best of the movies that Joshua Clinton had acted in a while, this is one of the movies. I cannot lie to you. I just finished watching it and I said, no, I'm not gonna just pass by without just making justice to this, doing justice to this movie. This movie, A Love to Remember, is showing on Uche Nabo channel. Joshua Clinton, Miwa, and then Chidi and Chike Daniels. This movie is one that will blow your mind. It has a touch of humor. In fact, it is an outstanding movie, a piece that I give it top to Chinabunabo. I don't know who writes this movie for him, but he's doing excellently well. He doesn't just put anyhow movie out there for people to watch. His movies are so packed with lesson, and this is one of them a lot. So I can just, like I said, it's not my regular thing. I don't really give out reviews other than that of Sonia, but this one blew my mind, and I like, no, I must do justice to this movie. Okay, this movie is about a CEO of a big company, who is very humble. This is the first time I'm seeing a CEO in a movie that is so humble. Like, I love his nature of humility. Treats his workers and everybody around him with respect, irrespective of their levels and their standard. And that is already what caught my interest in the movie anyways. From the beginning, he has a girlfriend. He is a classy person. Of course, when you're a high-tech CEO, you don't expect to have any random person as your girlfriend or fiancé or intend to marry. So of course he has to get a lady who will befit his same class position. But this lady is overdoing everything because she's very rich, and them getting close to a CEO as a girlfriend stroke fiancé of 2 years. She only thinks about herself, her well-being, her makeup, her spa, her nails and doors, and then she nags non-stop. And being an opposite character to this very Joshua, who is the CEO, very humble, calm, listener, intelligent, and very respectful person. So their life is complete opposite of what they are. Of course, you can't live with somebody who disrespects people when you on your own part you're very respectful. He knows his person. He knows he's a CEO. He knows he owns the company. He knows the worth, his own worth. He knows what he's worth. And then you just that you call my girlfriend. I don't even know. She doesn't even have a job to start with, and you're disrespectful to everybody that comes around you. She disrespects Joshua's housemaid. She talks to everybody the way they like. And Chooks and Chike Daniel happens to be Joshua's friend in this movie. Very promiscuous, very a cheating man who does not let anything under the skirt to go by without trying to see what is in there. So he happens to stumble on Miwa on a very date, and Miwa happens to like, okay, she doesn't have a person in her life, and the friend who lives with her practically wants to get somebody to befit her, and she's like, I can't. And they try to like go to big restaurant in order to like fit into the big society. And Miwa was telling her friend that we literally don't have to come to this place to eat because their bill is way too much for our budget. And that was where he stumbled on Chike, who loved her and told her that if he can date her. And on a day, unknown to Miwa, that Chike is already, yes, Chike is already married, has a wife in his house, and then on the day they were supposed to go out for a date, Miwa thinking that she has finally gotten somebody to like, okay, call her on, and then the wife appeared from nowhere, calling the girl that, hey, how can you come here and be with my husband? Don't you know he's married? And that was the beginning of Miwa's nightmare, and they kind of disgust men because of what they always cheat and lie. So she already has this painting of men, that the general notion of men, that men cheat, of course, and then that they are liars and nothing but they can't be trusted. And that is the mindset she had always had. And then coupled with the fact that Chike had to come blow everything on her face by bringing, the wife came in unannounced, and they're like, boom, I said it, men are all cheats and all that. And then she happens to be working in a resort as a waiter, and then Joshua and the girlfriend is always having a kind of misunderstanding on any little thing. And this is why is this always happening between rich people, rich men and their girlfriend? They always like what do they call it, they don't always like blend. There's always having this misunderstanding. This person is always very nagging about little slightest thing. But I love Joshua in this very movie because he was very calm, irrespective of the nagging aspect of the girl. He's always very calm. And so he decided to go on a resort with the girlfriend to see if they can like change environment, like, you know, stay and bond together, because their life is all about work, and the girl is always complaining. And so he decided to bulge, and they should go for a resort to kind of get to know each other more and bond. And instead of fighting over little things, they can actually mend their relationship in that resort. And they found themselves where Miwa was working, and it happens that he met Joshua. And for the first time, you know, when you meet someone for the first time, like love at first sight, with that look, they fell in love. Miwa's look and Joshua's look at first were like, there was something there's something that sparked in that very look, and that was the beginning of Joshua's change of mind towards his overbearing girlfriend. And so Miwa was very okay and very welcoming, a very good attendant when it has to do with a waiting things, always at the beck and call, bringing in their food at the right time, and always stumbling on Joshua at intervals on many occasions at the resort. And they had time to talk, and there was this thing Joshua was seeing in Miwa, that like, I can't really get enough of this lady, because there is this pim and calm each time I'm with her. Other than my girlfriend is always nagging at any slightest provocation. So he happens to like trying to get a way into her heart, and meanwhile the same thing was happening to her. And she called her friend and said that, I think I found somebody who I like, more or less like a cute guy, very calm, there is this charming look about him, and I think I'm beginning to like him. And the girl was like, okay, can give him a chance and all that. And then Joshua on his other end, the girlfriend, even while on resort, couldn't even give him attention, was constantly going out and coming in from different locations and all that. They came to bond, and then the bond isn't even happening. In fact, they were so disjointed, like in fact, the coming of that resort wasn't even a good idea, because at the end of the day they ended up not bonding. So the coming of the resort even helped in their friendship, or in this dissolving their relationship, because since Joshua met Miwa, his heart has always been on her, trying to spot and look for her at any given chance. And it happens that when Miwa thought that this whole thing is getting overbearing, she had to like take excuse from her work and disappeared, because Joshua asked her to come and have dinner with him at the next day, and Miwa disappeared. And when Joshua couldn't find me, why he was so angry, and they all left too from their own resort, and the real life began. He had to go back to work, and Miwa submitted a kind of proposal to Joshua's company, unknown to her that was Joshua's company. And then it happens that they invited her over for the proposal for her to meet with the CEO, and or at her slightest, when she got to see that it was the same very just at the resort, she was so shocked and stuttering when they were asking her what she had on her proposal. She couldn't believe her eye that this same man I saw, very humble and calm and cool, was the owner of a big company she had been waiting and longing and praying to work with. And that was the greatest shock of her life when she spotted Joshua as the CEO. And that's even also elevated, or put it, made Joshua very happy for seeing this young lady again after a long while, because he didn't get the chance to collect her number at the resort. So seeing her again was a kind of reawakening to his emotion. And then he had to already send the girlfriend packing, telling her that this whole thing called relationship isn't working, because I tried to see if we can work, but I don't think it's working. And that was the beginning of his happiness, being with this same girl, that he felt something, because there was this connection. Discussion always flows. The girl is always very sensitive, very caring, and unlike the girlfriend who is always like herself, she's always about her makeup, her spa, her leg, her body, her whatever, and never about thinking about the well-being of Joshua. So somebody connecting to somebody who cares about you was something that Joshua couldn't get enough of. This movie is really very interesting. I'm very, very calm. I love the calm aspect of Joshua. Very respectful in this movie. The fact that he respects even his workers, as somebody that cooks for him, he respects and says thank you each time they serve him, was the part that really got me loving this young man. Why is it that this young man is always perfect in any role given to him? Very gentle, and when they need him to act like a bully, he will do that. Honestly, I give to this movie 100%. I didn't see any criticism, in as much as I tried as much as to get one. I didn't see it. Every part of this movie was an excellent one. I give it to the producer, the executive producer, the writer, the cast and crew of this movie. A love to remember. If you have not seen it, I am recommending it to you now. Go and watch it, because I honestly have to do justice to this movie. I don't really truly do reviews on movies outside Sonia, but this really got me very, very emotional. And this is in fact, it's awakened how will I put the English? It's awakened my own love. Yes, honestly speaking. So go rush now to Chenabnabo and do justice to this movie. All right, people. And it actually got 1 million view per day. Yes, because it's an excellent storyline. You can also say that after you watch it. All right, people. I just wanted to just do this little review. I didn't want it before, but I had to. All right, till I come again, I'm Nolly Direct.